This is Rob Tebbutt for Behind the Gloves. I'm here with the WBA Super Middleweight Champion. Sorry, I have to be careful to get that in order. It's a lot of supers. George Groves. How does it feel to be introduced as that fighter?
Feels good. Feels good. It's nice to be a world champion. It's nice to be introduced that way, definitely.
Obviously, the last time we saw you in the ring was winning that world title. I mean, how has that been? Now you finally crossed the hump. I mean, somebody who's followed your career. I mean, you've really gone through various different chapters of your career, and now you've finally done it. You're world champion, and you're entering into another bout. How's that been?
Yeah, it's been great. I mean, obviously, it was a massive high for me winning a world title after so long. The worry would be, how do I get up for the next fight? But this tournament, as I say, has come along for me at the perfect time. It's a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity for me, and it's given me that drive and dedication to get in the gym and work hard, you know. Coming out of it, you end up with 3 fights over a real short space of time. I'm going to be a unified world champion. Might even have a few domestic dust-ups along the way. You know, it's got everything I could possibly ask for, and so I'm there.
You've never been somebody who's been shy of fighting the best. You've always sought out challenges throughout your career. Just touching on what you've just said there about, you know, this tournament, the format means inevitably you will fight the best of the best. Have you been catching the fight so far in the World Super Series?
I saw Callum Smith versus Eric Skoglund. Went points. I didn't see Eubank last weekend. I haven't assessed them as such as if I was boxing them. I haven't critiqued it because I'm just focused on my fight right now. I will obviously assess Eubank's performance after, but until then I'm just fully focused on Jamie Cox. But it's exciting, it's great. I mean, it just keeps building momentum. It's made my fight this weekend more interesting for the fight fan because they saw the boxing last weekend. So it's brilliant, it's great, it's fantastic. But it makes it so much easier to take your eye off the prize. That's going to be a difficult thing. You just need to focus on what's in front of you. That's what I'm doing. Obviously, my fight's Saturday night. I need to go out, win well, and show everyone what I'm about.
Now, somebody who's had a lot of experience in big fights in the past, do you think that's beneficial for you going into this? As you say, you're not taking your eye off the ball, you're very much wary of the fact that there is a job to do. Do you think that's something that gives you an advantage over the rest of the field?
Well, yeah, I think I'm the best informed fighter going into this tournament. I've worked hard over the last 18 months with a new training team, Shane Wigan. So we've had 5 fights, 5 wins, 3 knockouts, and a world title. And coming off the back of my last fight against Fedor Chudinov, who was a fantastic fighter, who could have easily been in this tournament and more than held his own, could have been a potential finalist. So I'm the guy to beat. I know that. I'm the guy with the world title. I'm the one everyone's going to be gunning for. I've sold tickets before in the past. I've created excitement. So you know, that's what you crave as a fighter. Right now, for me though, it's just about shoring up my boxing career. I don't want to be a flash in the pan world champion. I want to go on to have a long, successful reign. I'll have 3 defences in the point of 10 months, providing I stay focused and stay winning. So I'm looking forward to that, and then we'll have to assess from there. But yeah, I'm the one at this point.
Mentally, how's it been different from? Excuse me. How's it been different from in the past, where you've entered fights as challenger and now you're entering a fight as a champion? You've got over that hump. You're now champion. Has that affected you mentally? Have you felt a benefit from it? Do you feel more pressure from it going into this fight?
No, I think it's a big benefit. You know, I've got that weight off my shoulders of, am I actually ever going to win a world title? So if it's not for a world title, am I motivated? Do I really want it? I know that I've got to win this fight, but there's still so many more hurdles to get through. The last fight was, right, I've failed 3 times already, whether they're my fault or not. Is it just not meant to be? I've showed that that's not the case. I've showed that, you know, take luck out of the equation, all these other elements. It's just about you versus him. Treat every fight on their own merit. It's just a fight at the end of the day, and that's what I'm doing from now on in, and that's what I'm doing Saturday night. So this is just a fight. World title's on the line, of course. Place in the tournament's on the line, but I'm fully focused. I know that if I go out and perform, I win well. That's exactly what I'm going to do. That's what I'm going to do.
when you picked Jamie Cox, there were some comments attributed to you that you picked him because it's a long tournament and it's an easy fight. Now you've since sort of changed your views on that somewhat, or said different things about that. I mean, what can you tell? Because Jamie Cox still is something of an unknown quantity to some boxing fans. What can you tell us about Jamie Cox as a fighter? What do you think will match up well with you? I mean, what are you?
He's a good fighter. He's unbeaten. He hasn't fought at my level, so that makes him one of two things. He's either not capable of it, or he can and we don't know. So that we'll find out. I don't believe he's on my level. I'm a lot bigger than him. I think I hit harder than him, stronger than him. I've been in bigger fights. I've got more experience than him. I've been in tougher tests. So all these things are working against him. It's up to him to go out and perform better than he's ever performed before. Because even when he's boxed at lower level, he hasn't dominated, he's struggled. So this is a massive step up for him. We'll see if he can cope. I don't believe he will, but we'll find out. We'll find out. I said he was an easy pick. At the four that were standing up there, I did believe it would be the most comfortable, easiest fight. After all the semi-finals to take place, we'll have to wait and see whether he was the easiest. But as long as I win, and I win well, which I will do, that's job done for me. I'm not fussed whether someone else got an easier ride, because by the time these fights come around, I'm always going to be on point, I'm always going to be 100%, and no one's going to beat me.
Just staying with that now, all being well, you come through the fight on Saturday night. I don't know if people have heard, but you'll be fighting a certain Mr. Chris Eubank Jr. I know you said earlier that you didn't catch his fight over the weekend. Now, how do you assess him as a fighter, and is that a fight that you believe you're going to win going forward? Is that?
Yeah, no, I've always been comfortable with a Eubank fight. I saw his fight against Arthur Abraham, saw chinks in the armour. I doubt he's improved too much since then. It's a fight that I haven't put too much thought into, to be honest, apart from insisting he was on my side of the draw, so that once I win my first fight, providing he'd won his, we would face each other, which is what I believe is going to happen. So yeah, I mean, when that fight comes around, I'll be able to talk about it a lot more in detail, but until then, we've got to win on Saturday first.
Okay, well, we look forward to that. And just finally, George, if you'd just like to give us a prediction. I mean, you've been quite vocal. You have mellowed a little bit. You're not as, that young upstart challenger that you once were. Maybe
yeah,
have you still got any final words for us before the fight?
Well, it's a prediction I usually make, and it's I don't think Jamie Cox can hit the final bell. I don't know what round. That maybe depended on Jamie. So whether he wants to commit, walk on the shots, we're going to get rid of him, or not, I'm going to hunt him down, break him down and knock him out. But I don't think he's going to be able to hear the final bell.
Okay, well, WBA Super Middleweight Champion George Groves, thanks very much for speaking to Behind the Gloves. Look forward to seeing you in action on Saturday night.
Perfect, thank you.
Hi fans, it's Michelle Joy Phelps, and if you haven't already subscribed to my YouTube channel, make sure you go ahead and do so by clicking right here.